The reason why I wrote this Sefer is to help you on this journey to ultimate self, to open you up, to lead you into the deepest realms of Torah, to understand the deepest concepts, the ideas in the Maharal, the Ramchal, the Chaim, the Ramban, the sugyas that are often just disorganized and so cryptic and inaccessible. And I'll tell you, the way I wrote this Sefer, by the way, is when I was younger, I started realizing that I want to write everything down. Everything. So every shir I heard, every sefer I read, every book I read, everything I listened to, every idea I had when I was exercising, when I was showering, when I was in my bed, I would constantly be writing everything down. And then I started realizing that there are so many inner contradictions in what I had previously believed. So I started realizing once you get everything outside your head, you can actually see who you are. And so many people, they have all this clutter in their head because there's just so much inside. There's no organizing system. So I started to organize everything. I started to build categories, open up every sugya, and I used Microsoft OneNote, and I connected every topic to every other topic. Every Gemara I was learning to every other Gemara I was learning. Every single question I would have files for everything, every question, every idea, every concept, every source, everything. And I started interconnecting it all together. And Machshava, and Lamdus, and Gemara Be'in, and medical halacha, and psychology, and philosophy, and Tanakh, and Mishnayos, and Musar, and Hashkafa. And I started to synergize and synthesize everything together. And then I started to realize that some concepts come up more often than others. And some concepts are more fundamental than others. And I realized that there's a hierarchy of truth, a hierarchy of wisdom, a hierarchy of ideas, and that some ideas are so fundamental, they're so core, they're manifest within everything. Like the oneness of Hashem, like the connection between the physical and spiritual, like the concept of purpose, the concept of mission-driven life. And you start to realize which ideas are unique expressions. Like each mitzvah is a very specific concept, a very specific idea, is obviously connected to everything, but it's specific. And then core fundamental concepts which are manifest within almost every mitzvah, within almost every sugya in life. You start to realize how wisdom works. You start to realize it's almost like a tree. We have a trunk which is so core, it's literally the source of it all. And then you start to realize that there are branches that come out. And those branches have smaller branches. Those branches have smaller branches. And then there are leaves, which you can call mitzvahs, you can call manifest expressions. And Rav Elchanan Wasserman will often ask, what would you rather have? 100,000 books or 1,000 books? So you think 100,000 books. He says, it depends if you have a filing system. You have 100,000 books and no filing system, you have no books. You ain't gonna find anything. If you understand how to organize, if you understand how to break things down and understand how they work, you have to realize that you want core principles. There are Ramchal says in almost every sefer he writes, you want klalim, not pratim. You don't want specific applications in life. You want to understand principles, concepts, ideas, because one idea has thousands of expressions. Collect ideas, concepts, paradigms, perspectives, fundamental philosophical paradigms will give you the most underlying ability to transform everything. You learn how to think in a nuanced way. It's not A or B or C. You understand the spectrum of a sugya, how to think in an abstraction, how to think in a very nuanced way while still appreciating other people's approaches. You start to realize how to think, not just what to think. And that's a gift that's invaluable. You just can't put a price tag on that. And the purpose of the Sefer is to give you ideas, principles, concepts, give you avenues of thinking, to talk about ideas, to give you things to really ponder, to change the way you see the world, and to then connect it to everything else in the Sefer, and to help you transform the way you learn anything, whether you're learning Gemara, Machshava, Musar, Halacha, whether you're just listening to a shir in the car, to just start thriving and living a thought-out life. You don't start a story and not end it. You don't start telling a joke and not give a punchline. Well, I'll tell you, the just simple fact of life is that we're all here in a setup. Right? Our story has all started. And when you realize that, you start to say, wait a second, if I'm also living a story, how can my story not have a direction, not have an ending, not have a conclusion? When you start to realize that you're writing your story, that you are crafting, molding yourself, you're building your home, you're building your house, why not write the greatest story of all time? No, it's not for the great out there. It's not for the people you look at the front lines. It's not for the people who are famous. It's not the people who are gifted. It's for you. You are going to write an incredible story. You are going to do something incredible with your life. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to figure it out. You're going to take that journey, but it comes with just the simple transition point of saying it's possible for me to do that too. I am destined to go on my Lech Lecha journey. I am destined to expand my spiritual, intellectual, emotional, physical, financial, relationship, social, every aspect of my life will expand, will grow, will increase. I am going to become the best version of myself. I'm going to live the greatest life possible. I'm going to not just live an inspired life, but an inspired, thought out, deep, systematic, incredible life of Avodas Hashem. I'm going to live my ultimate self. And that's really why I wrote this Sefer. It's to help you take that journey, to inspire you to take that journey, to give you a framework, a systematic framework of taking that journey, to deepen every aspect of your life.